let me welcome you to my channel. Before we begin the video, I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like this post. Triple H appeared on this week's WWE SmackDown episode after Randy Orton called him out. The Viper clarified that he wanted a match against Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel, something that Triple H was reluctant to agree to. After an intense back and forth, the WWE CCO finally agreed for the match to happen next Saturday in Saudi Arabia, despite Orton already being told no by both the Game and Nick Aldis. Aldis told him that he was informed by WWE management not to allow the match to go ahead the week before, which is why Orton took it upon himself to go over his head. If Aldis can't make decisions for the biggest stars on SmackDown stick, then what is the point in having a general manager? Especially now, WWE has made it clear that Triple H is easily accessible backstage and can be called out whenever needed. Aldis has been under a lot of pressure lately with the bloodline and the fact that the group can't seem to remain on their own brand. Could this finally be the last straw? Fans will have to keep watching to find out what happens next. Aldis has done a fantastic job as the general manager of SmackDown in the last year since he took over last year. The role is rarely a lengthy one, and it could finally be time for him to step out of his suit and have an in-ring run in WWE before it's too late. WWE has a number of names who could step in if Aldis decides to walk away, especially since they have signed many WWE legends to new deals this year. In WWE, surprises are the norm, and recent developments have fans buzzing about a major WWE star potentially quitting SmackDown after being undermined by none other than Triple H. Triple H, known for his power moves and mind games, has been a staple of WWE backstage as well as in ring drama, and his influence is particularly prominent now as the head of creative. With this new layer of authority, he's been working to shape the brand, pushing fresh talent to the forefront while leaving established names to question their position. This shift has raised the stakes for one SmackDown star rumored to be disgruntled with how things are unfolding. The question is, will they walk away or retaliate in a way that leaves a mark on WWE's blue brand? Here's an in-depth look at who the star might be, what could be fueling their decision, and the potential swerves that could turn the WWE Universe upside down. Who could be the WWE star contemplating an exit? While there are several top names on SmackDown, a few stand out as potential candidates who might feel sidelined by recent events. Stars like AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, or even LA Knight, who's recently gained immense popularity, could feel undermined by Triple H's choices regarding their push or screen time. However, the strongest candidate in the rumor mill seems to be none other than LA Knight. Since his meteoric rise to popularity earlier this year, LA Knight has become a fan favorite, drawing massive crowd reactions and often being compared to stars like The Rock for his charisma. Yet, fans and insiders have noticed that despite his popularity, WWE's creative team hasn't given him the main event opportunities that other, more established stars receive. With Triple H favoring certain young talent or trying to integrate veterans like Roman Reigns and the Bloodline more prominently, LA Knight may feel left out, sparking frustration and a sense of being overlooked. But what if instead of leaving quietly, LA Knight chooses to respond to Triple H's perceived slight in a way that shocks SmackDown and shifts the balance of power? Possible reasons for the frustration. There are multiple reasons a star like LA Knight or any other major SmackDown talent could feel slighted enough to contemplate leaving. Unfulfilled push promises. Despite having shown immense potential, Knight's screen time and role in major storylines have not matched his popularity. Triple H may be holding him back, either because of long-term storyline plans or perhaps waiting for the right moment, which has left Knight and his fans frustrated. Being positioned as mid-card talent, while Knight has performed in high-stakes matches, he's often positioned as a mid-card star. If Triple H is unwilling to elevate him to the main event level, It could spark serious frustration for a wrestler hungry for the spotlight and eager to hold a title. Creative direction. Triple H's vision often includes weaving complex storylines, but sometimes at the expense of stars' individuality. If Knight feels Triple H's creative direction is compromising his character, he might consider leaving WWE altogether. Backstage power play. It's no secret that politics can play a big role in WWE. If a Knight or any other major star is clashing with Triple H behind the scenes, it could add fuel to the fire. A star who feels undermined might consider a dramatic exit as a statement. Potential swerve. A Knight turns heel on Triple H. Instead of leaving quietly, what if Knight embraces a darker side and decides to go after Triple H directly? This type of storyline has worked wonders in the past, notably with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon, where Austin's rebellion against McMahon became one of the most iconic storylines in WWE history. In this case, Triple H could become the new corporate figure who tries to keep down a Knight, only for Knight to rebel with full force. This angle would serve multiple purposes. It would give a Knight a high-profile storyline, provide Triple H with a direct character role on SmackDown, and capitalize on the audience's love for rebellious, anti-establishment wrestlers. Knight could target Triple H and blame him for every missed opportunity, accusing him of favoritism and challenging him to a showdown, either in the ring or through proxy matches. If this storyline were to unfold, the feud could elevate Knight to a main event status, especially if he delivers scathing promos against Triple H and garners even more fan support. Triple H, as an authority figure, would be the perfect villain for Knight's character to oppose, especially given the deep-rooted WWE history of fan-favorite superstars clashing with management. Another twist. Triple H exiles Knight to Raw. If Triple H feels Knight's rebellion is getting out of hand, he could use his authority to exile him from SmackDown by trading him to Raw. The move would not only intensify the storyline, but also open the door for fresh rivalries on Raw, where Knight could face stars like Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes. However, this wouldn't be the end of the feud. Triple H could continue to interfere with Knight's progress on Raw, creating obstacles or sabotaging his chances at titles. Knight's frustration would build, and eventually he could threaten to leave WWE unless he gets a chance to confront Triple H directly. This scenario creates an inter-brand feud, with Knight eventually finding a way back to SmackDown or earning a title shot in a winner-stays match at a major event like WrestleMania. Such an angle would give fans a slow-burn storyline with massive payoffs, putting Knight in the spotlight and further cementing Triple H as a powerful, sometimes tyrannical authority figure. The ultimate swerve. Knight quits and joins a rival promotion. One of the most dramatic moves WWE could make would be for Knight to quit on screen after feeling stifled by Triple H, only to reappear with a rival promotion for a brief cross-promotional storyline. In recent years, WWE has become more open to acknowledging other wrestling companies, and if handled correctly, this could spark major buzz. Imagine Knight showing up in a rival promotion, cutting promos about Triple H's control, only for him to return to WWE after a few weeks, ready to face his former boss. The angle would play into real-life rumors and fan frustrations, and give WWE a high-stakes storyline that emphasizes unpredictability and realism. This approach would turn heads and bring an edginess back to WWE, making the Knight Triple H feud feel even more intense. Upon his return, Knight could target WWE's top titles, backed by his newfound outsider status, adding depth to his character and propelling him into main event status. Final thoughts. If a major SmackDown star like Knight were to be undermined by Triple H, it wouldn't be surprising to see them contemplate quitting. However, WWE has the creative freedom to turn this internal tension into a powerful storyline that benefits both the character and the fans. By using Triple H as a strategic antagonist, WWE could elevate LA Knight or any other frustrated star to a main event level, while giving the audience an exciting story that blends fiction with reality. Whether it's a full heel turn, a brand shift, or even an Exile storyline, the options are limitless for how WWE can use this tension to create lasting moments. One thing is for certain, if Triple H and LA Knight's rumored friction becomes part of WWE programming, the SmackDown brand is bound to experience an unforgettable twist that fans will be talking about for years.